Hello, my name is Brenda Hayward. This video is about learning how to make a budget for first time with a partner. With this video, you will find out major categories of what a workable budget needs to create a joint future and make it possible for couples to enjoy their lives to the fullest and hit their projected goals. This video is called Budgeting for Couples, the Basics. This video will highlight additional information to your questions on whether the information can be helpful and added to your need to know list on budgeting. Viewers, I hope you brought your notebook and pencil. First, we're going to talk about sitting down with your partner. Sitting down with your partner to discuss this issue will be very hard. Maybe for the first few tries, you won't get anywhere. However, as a couple, you must keep trying to listen to what the other one thinks on how to spend money that will jointly support the needs of each partner on the bills coming into your home. The dream has come true as far as a partnership of living as a couple. However, this union must have a few things discussed when coming to how the money that flows into the house will be spent. Having this conversation will be hard and learning to be a couple also. The need for communications on all major issues, including parenting and money, will help with the survival of the partnership. Creating a budget together will provide a financial framework for avoiding problems when it comes to finances in the future. Whether you are soon to be newlyweds or have been in the trenches for a while, the key to deciding your financial standing or budget. A forecasted budget is the best guess regarding the amount of income you and your spouse will receive over a set period of time, along with how you plan to spend those funds. Here are a couple of steps to follow. Set goals. Divide your financial goals into short term, medium, and long range categories to plan for the present and for the future. These goals will impact your daily and future financial goals. Look at short term goals as something that you can achieve within a few years. Creating a 6-month emergency fund, paying off credit cards, or saving for a vacation. A medium goal could include a down payment on a house, paying cash for a new car, or paying off a student loan, which could be between 3 and 10 years. The most important are the long term goals, saving for retirement, which allows investing while working that may be up to 40 years. That specific goal should be like an emergency fund, should be at least 2 years to save and measurable by writing down the total cost of your monthly bills currently committed. The goal must be achievable, which is the current income minus your bills and expense, have enough left over to meet your projected goal. Looking at you and your mate as a couple currently have spending limits. Is the projection realistic or even achievable? And what will you give up doing to meet this goal? While thinking and realizing whether the current projected timeline could be set as a short, medium, or long term goals, these goals are a good start and could be revisited later. However, having some projection means both partners are at least willing to communicate with budgeting becomes part of the financial future. Determine your net income as a couple. As a couple, you have communicated your financial goals, which were very hard to sit down and talk about. Time to look at what monthly income both of you bring into the household. Remember, your gross income is the amount received before taxes and deductions. Do you not use this total? It is not helpful when creating a budget. However, when reviewing the pay stubs, write down what comes out for retirement, your pension, and Social Security separately. Those totals will be projected in the budget. When it comes to creating a budget, use a take home pay total. This is the total you receive before and allow spending to begin. Check to see if both you and are paid hourly, salary. This total is net income and most likely stable. Check to see if either partner is paid doing a seasonal work, self employed, or sales commission. You need to add and review the information monthly to see if the financial projections are being met. Now we're going to talk about what you need to save. I know at this point, neither partner is saying anything. They're only thinking about the amount that is available for their own enjoyment. However, you began the conversation and there's a need to continue. Now that you have talked about our financial goals, then pull out the pen and paper. Step one, how much is covered by tax deduction, 401k, and IRA or pensions? Step two is where you add the financial goals. Subtract the amount you need to save from the retirement and other goals from the amount left over from the $2,000 from the current expenses left over. Step three, the amount is a variable discretionary spending. For example, let us estimate what you have to save each month is $1,200. Subtract that from the $2,000 over on step three, and you have $800 for the next step. Discretionary spending funds, yes, discretionary is what it sounds like. Spending on things that you want to do without. You don't want to do without. Every partnership has many interesting discussions over discretionary spending. This part gets interesting. Discretionary spending means paying for things you can enjoy together, such as restaurants, vacations, subscriptions, and purchasing clothes and electronics. This also includes having fun when you spend your money individually. This includes a nightclub, night out with your friends, sporting events, or other activities, each is enjoyed by themselves. Discretionary spending should have a category either as a joint or separate spending, or it can be called added to the budget. Depending on the funds available, this may be negotiated each month depending on the budget surprises. Sometimes this would include making sacrifices for one another as parties in the relationship. However, if the financial picture has been negotiated and worked towards, this will have a positive impact on the relationship. Let's talk about online budget apps. There are many online budget apps designed to be used by couples that are free and some that cost a fee. If you decide to go down this route, please review carefully to see which one might help you meet your budget goals. Remember, even if you use them, you can stop them when you feel that you're no longer necessary. And you can handle your budget yourself without assistance. The automated apps give you every dollar a job. The app shows your true expenses. With the true expenses, the app information will adjust to your lifestyle. The app allows you to have access to monthly reports to let you know where your money is going. Some apps will move your money automatically to the correct category. Apps enable people to visualize their budgets. As we review the budget schedule with the use of software, couples must keep communications open and ongoing. The scheduling of money they check in should be done in the beginning to reevaluate your goals if you choose the app to handle this process. A couple's ability to talk about finances is important. This weekly update will not take hours because the information is within the software and most of the work is done. As a couple, you discuss the information that will give you the app while cooking dinner or relaxing. Checking in on the budget software enables couples to keep money conflicts to a minimum. It helps the couple stay focused on the financial goals that they have set for themselves. Just a little about me. I'm a person who enjoys food, and one of my favorite foods is a cherry cheesecake. I have to let you know I am not a tax accountant, real estate agent, or lawyer. Please let me know if you like this video by clicking a thumbs up or subscribing or leaving comments below. We can also talk about planning your budget. How about the thought of what it takes to have a happy place with each other? A well planned household budget plan is a sound financial strategy. Without plans, it makes it difficult to work towards and secure retirement. Now's the time to create or revisit the one you created together. However, if you started from scratch, you may have difficulty agreeing on how to allocate your current resources between the two of you. Most couples have opposite partners. One is the saver and one is the spender. The agreement process will always be complicated because a person handles money differently and have their own history and priorities when it comes to spending. So it is important to put down what each other thinks individually and discuss those differences. Then, as a couple, create a financial plan while safeguarding the relationship. These suggestions may help. And so, if you need help as a couple, are many relationships to find a conversation of financial budgeting is not a subject they either want to discuss. So it may be time to seek advice from a third party or an unbiased individual, such as a therapist, coach, or financial planner, who is willing to sit down and mediate and is able to deal with conflict among partners. Partners may need a space where they discuss their feelings or a place where financial planner can draw out important information. When the other partner is not volunteering any information, this may enable a couple to set a unison vision toward a set of goals. Some partners may find it easier to talk to a third party when it comes to budgeting planning and their vision of financial health. Even though you may have wrote down some of the figures, maybe sitting down and writing down those income figures again may be needed. It is a time to be really do the hard work and let us gather and writing down the financial figures that come into show and how it's spent. Well, we're going to assume that each partner has finally agreed to do this conversation. This means listing all sources of income, earnings, interest, dividends, annuity, Social Security benefits, pension, IRAs, fixed expenses including rent, mortgage, utilities, insurance, car loans, credit cards, and doctor bills. Now's the time to subtract the income from expenses to determine what is left over. The total is always the scariest because you may need to move to a cheaper place or find another job to pay more or to get a side job hustle to set up your current bills. If there are funds left over, you must begin tracking your flexible spending. Flexible spending or discretionary spending includes money used for takeout, online, shopping, travel, and subscription. Considering reviewing these steps can lead you towards the financial goals. Discretionary spending, yes, the money looks like it disappears quickly when there is one partner spending it all. The other is angry because they were unable to spend anything on things they like. Remember that each person is an individual which needs interests and priorities as well as goals. If you decide to get married later in life or the second time around, blended families, you need to think. Partners may find a lot of the cash flow being directed towards priorities that they do not support in the household or are unnecessary. When it comes time for decision making, a financial budget must allow for differences. Some examples could be that one individual is into cars and the other is enjoying buying expensive clothes. Always find a way for the couple to have fun. Remember that you're a couple that need to have fun together so that long-term relationship will work. That means funds should be available for discretionary use within the financial budget. This means funds should be available to use as gifts, travel, and entertainment. Depending on surprises, having discretionary fund can be used for repairing a vehicle or tow truck expenses. Remember, you are together and you want to work through your problems, and creating a financial budget does give each partner the ability to know that their partner is willing to communicate on the subject and work through their joint future. Please let me know if you like this video by clicking a thumbs up and by leaving comments. Also, if you have time, check out some of my other videos that may answer a few of your other questions you may have. My name is Brenda Hayward, and thanks for your time.